Most of my Latino and black people who are struggling to get food, clothes, and shelter in the hood are so concerned with that philosophizing about freedom and socialist democracy is usually, unfortunately, beyond their rationale. They don't realize that America can't exist without separating them from their identity. Because if we had some sense of who we really are, there's no way in hell we'd allow this country to push its genocidal consensus on our homelands. This ignorance exists, but it can be destroyed. Niggas talk about change and working within the system to achieve that. The problem with always being a conformist is that when you try to change the system from within, it's not you who changes the system, it's the system that will eventually change you. There is usually nothing wrong with compromising a situation, but compromising yourself in a situation is another story completely. And I have seen this happen long enough in the few years that I've been alive to know that it's a serious problem. Latino America is a huge colony of countries whose presidents are cowards in the face of economic imperialism. You see, third world countries are rich places, abundant in resources, and many of these countries have the capacity to feed their starving people and the children we always see digging for food and trash on commercials. But plutocracies, in other words, a government run by the rich, such as this one, and traditionally oppressive European states, force the third world into buying overpriced, unnecessary goods while exporting huge portions of their natural resources. I'm quite sure that people will look upon my attitude and sentiments and look for hypocrisy and hatred in my words. My revolution is born out of love for my people, not hatred for others. You see, most of Latinos are here because of the great inflation that was caused by American companies in Latin America. Aside from that, many are seeking a life away from the puppet democracies that were funded by the United States. Places like El-Salvador, Guatemala, Peru, Colombia, Nicaragua, Ecuador, and la República Dominicana. And not just Spanish-speaking countries either, but Haiti and Jamaica as well. As different as we have been taught to look at each other by colonial society, we are in the same struggle. And until we realize that, we'll be fighting for scraps from the table of a system that has kept us subservient instead of being self-determined. And that's why we have no control over when the embargo will stop in Cuba or when the bombs will stop dropping in Vieques. But you see, here in America, the attitude that is fed to us is that outside of America, there live lesser people. Fuck them, let them fend for themselves. No, fuck you. They are you. No matter how much you want to dye your hair blonde and put fake eyes in, or follow an anorexic standard of beauty, or no matter how many diamonds you buy from people who exploit your own brutally to get them, no matter what kind of car you drive, or what kind of fancy clothes you put on, you will never be them. They're always gonna look at you as nothing but a little monkey. I'd rather be proud of what I am, rather than desperately try to be something I'm really not, just to fit in. And whether we want to accept it or not, that's what this culture or lack of culture is feeding us. I want a better life for my family and for my children, but it doesn't have to be at the expense of millions of lives in my homeland. We're given the idea that if we didn't have these people to exploit, that America wouldn't be rich enough to let us have these little petty material things in our lives and basic standards of living. No, that's wrong. It's the business giants and the government officials who make all the real money. We have whatever they kick down to us. My enemy is not the average white man. It's not the kid down the block or the kids I see on the street. My enemy is the white man I don't see. The people in the White House, the corporate monopoly owners, fake liberal politicians, those are my enemies. The generals of the armies that are mostly conservative, those are the real motherfuckers that I need to bring it to. Not the poor, broke, country-ass soldier that's too stupid to know shit about the way things are set up. In fact, I have more in common with most working and middle-class white people than I do with most rich black and Latino people. As much as racism bleeds America, we need to understand that classism is the real issue. Many of us are in the same boat, and it's sinking, while these bougie motherfuckers ride on the luxury liner. And as long as we keep fighting over kicking people out of the little boat we're all in, we're gonna miss an opportunity to gain a better standard of living as a whole. In other words, I don't want to escape the plantation. I wanna come back, free all my people, hang the motherfucker that kept me there, and burn the house to the goddamn ground. I wanna take over the encomienda and give it back to the people who work the land. You cannot change the past, but you can make the future. And anyone who tells you different is a fucking lethargic devil. I don't look at a few token Latinos and black people in the public eye as some type of achievement for my people as a whole. Most of those successful individuals are just sellouts and house negroes. But I don't consider brothers a sellout if they move out of the ghetto. Poverty has nothing to do with our people. It's not in our culture to be poor. That's only been the last 500 years of our history. Look at the last 2,000 years of our existence and what we brought to the world in terms of science, mathematics, agriculture, and forms of government. You know, the idea of a confederation of provinces where one federal government controls the states? The Europeans who came to this country stole that idea from the Iroquois League. The idea of impeaching a ruler comes from an Aztec tradition. That's why Montezuma was stoned to death by his own people, because he represented the agenda of white Spaniards once he was captured, not the Aztec people who would become Mexicans. So in conclusion, I'm not gonna vote for anybody just because they black or Latino. They have to truly represent the community and represent what's good for all of us proletariat. Porque si no, entonces te mando pa'l carajo, cabrón, gusano, hijo de puta. Seramos libres pronto. ¡Viva la revolución! ¡Viva la revolución!
The police is the enemy. Everywhere the white man go, he bring misery. All throughout history, look it up. Everything them bald heads touch, they fuck it up. Every government he set up, it be corrupt. What you know is who you are. Who are you? Do you know who you are in the world? What is your worldview? What do you go through? What has your life shown you? What are you learning in this so-called life? Do you have principle or do you blow it to win? Do you want to be free but don't know where to begin? Do you know your enemy from your friend? Even your kin is deeper than skin. It's the system they keeping us in. Will we survive? Do you believe or we afraid? Would you rather have control of your life or be a slave? Show me a sign. A pig ain't no homie of mine. They owe me what's mine. I show you if you loan me or not. I'm only concerned for tables to turn. When the people learn the truth about the system, the cities will burn. And I stand firm like Shaka Zulu. These crackers can't stop you, hooroo.
This is what we've been waiting for. 21st century still poor. World War they want me to kill for. What happened to the future they always predicted? With new science fictional things and space visits. I seen two sides, us against them. Police troops riding with 4 to 5 men. Prison businesses booming, senators grin. People searching for answers, where to begin. Capitalism born from the backs of blacks. White folks relax, live off the kickbacks. Getting work to the bone, Joe, built this country. Further exploited by class to make money. Filthy rich capitalists with blood loot. Use mainframe systems to bank and compute with the next technology. Credit through the wires. Internet growth, demand more suppliers. Welfare, elderly checks and wage workers. All us elephants trapped in a circus. Ain't fighting over man-made chips no more. When the lights go out, it's gonna belong to the poor.
I pledge no allegiance, fuck the president's speeches. What the industry did to Pac, they did to Jesus. Raping his vocals and then destroying the message. Trying to deport us if they can't destroy and arrest us. Government front religious but their heart is empty. Like a televangelist preaching out of his Bentley. Calling abortion murder in a medical building, but don't give a fuck about bombing Iraqi children. Talking like eunuchs in a fucking libretto. Look at their mansions and look at your suburban ghetto. The gulag, the new hood where they send us to live. Cause they don't give a fuck about none of our kids. That's why blacks and Latinos get the worst education, while devils run America like birth of a nation. Affirmative action ain't reverse discrimination. That shit is a pathetic excuse for reparations.
Bin Laden didn't blow up the projects. It was you, nigga. It was you. Bush knocked down the towers. It was you, nigga. It was you, motherfucker. Bin Laden didn't blow up the projects. It was you, nigga. It was you. Bush knocked down the towers. It was you, nigga. It was you, motherfucker.
They say the terrorism revolves around the Quran, but that's stupid. I show you why it's totally wrong. Cause if this country was invaded and crumbled, I'd turn Harlem into a Colombian jungle. And I wouldn't be fighting for a Christian nation. I'd be fighting for survival from extermination. I wouldn't fight for Fox News, them racist. I'd be fighting for the hood, for the faceless. For the immigrants America loves to despise, even though it needs them to make the economy rise. They feed us genetically modified garbage, so I repetitively reload the cartridge. Boston, New York, down to Atlanta. Guerrilla war in the swamps of Louisiana. Camera panoramas of hammers couldn't rock me. East coast to west coast, you can't stop me. And fuck Schwarzenegger, his pops was a Nazi, and it runs in the family, so run for the Grammys. Eddie Murphy ass motherfuckers going commercial. Even Interscope is getting pimped by Universal. Green Tutankhamun lantern, a curse you and murk you, but the Bin Laden slush fund remix just burnt you.
Bin Laden didn't blow up the projects. It was you, nigga. It was you. Bush knocked down the towers.
Ain't nothing but that revolutionary shit pumping in my blood, nigga. Ain't no Kool-Aid in me. Yo, this shit is OG. This shit is OG. This shit is OG. Original Garvey, nigga. This shit is OG. This shit is OG. This shit is OG. Original Garvey, nigga. What is a gang? A gang is an organization, a formulation of riders with a common foundation, a nation, a tribe, unified by a common creed, dedicated, ready to bleed for what they believe. Hard like the mafia, but smart like Malcolm. Only truths in the circle. Squares unwelcome. It's a comrade kinship, family friendship. When it's on, niggas swarming an instant on instinct, coordinated in sync with each other. Same color, chain link with your brother like in the hull of the slave ship. I let my bandana drip for the blood in my vein. For every crip, we all one and the same. The daily struggle is the common bond we have. The police is the Slav and the crab, the mob with a badge. They hate to see a squad of soldiers gang up. How the bishops, disciples, and cobras came up. We turning this game up on you wimp ass busters on the system. You got to be a pimp / hustler. Into the new G's that carry on the legacy. Show respect to the OGs, cause that's your history. The Sonny Carson, Bunchy Carters and Slausons. Revolutionaries, but G'd in proportion. From the seed to the coffin, putting in work. Paying dues for the cause, staying true to the law. This shit is OG.
Let your heart creeping. Vicious is the wind, which is life when it's deep without a meaning. A tripe scene of screams, niggas fiending. The pipe dream to some be seeming like the only way to keep breathing in the slums. Where nothing comes, and keeping funds is like dreaming. My situation, no solution. Even the young become demons. Where I'm from, shit is unyielding. Something like 300 million gun wielding. Black rats trapped in one building with low ceilings and no feelings. Cutthroat villains, dope dealers, and glossy eyes with villains, sunken faces and powder traces. My people slave for the basics. The powerless devouring in a matrix of politics, pimps, and glass pipe. From gun blast to flicking off blunt ass to cash heist. The fast life where the have-nots rule. Stick and grab plots, toting tools, picking last spot for jewels round the world. We stay stuck in capsules, shackled, and crackers got homes like castles. I figure the only way this nigga got to go is wild, plotting licks for liberation. Stocking cap style, a nigga need food. You got to have food for your health and clothes. Get to keep esteem for yourself, son, shelter. A place to lay for rest when you stressed over life. Cause it's trife and ain't no God gon' help you need food. You got to have food for your health, for your health.
Just hungry for knowledge, that's all. Yeah, that's how we started. So Mike, come on, let's get something.
Yo, I was born in a storm, hearing gun clap for thunder. See my childhood peers catching years in the numbers. I wake up from hunger, try to lift the stress that I'm under. How I made it this far makes me wonder. You in a fight for your life, for basic human rights. Can't afford the booming prices, it's economic crisis. Life is a sacrifice, I'm down to my last bag of rice. They forcing us to live like laboratory mice. Like fucking laboratory mice, that's right, you wear the camouflage. But do you choose to live the soldier's life? I said before, this is a war, not a play fight. Taught to be a slave from the womb to the grave site. Some of us even share the views of the Canaanites. Trying to be white, but they gon' lose in this game of life, so dead that. I tie my dread back and scheme, put a star on my red, black, and green.
A nigga need food, you got to have food for your health and clothes. Yeah, to keep esteem for yourself and shelter. A place to lay for rest when you stressed over life. Cause it's trife and ain't no God gon' help you need food. You got to have food for your health and clothes. Yeah, to keep esteem for yourself and shelter. A place to lay for rest when you stressed over life. Cause it's trife and ain't no God gon' help you need food.
Pay the bills, put food on the table, and put clothes on your back, you understand? Pay the bills, put food on the table, and put clothes on your back, you understand?
What do power mean? Our team seem to think it means sour cream. Cause our dreams got us fiending for the power, son. And Huey P said political power come from the barrel of the gun. What do power mean? I believe in thieving and smoking weed. Everything happened for a reason. I hope my seed grow up and get even. It's open season, and if you poor and black, you know the reason. Yeah.
I'm from where where the gold and diamonds are ripped from the earth. Right next to the slave castles where the water is cursed. From where police brutality's not half as nice. It makes the hood in America look like paradise compared to the AIDS-infested Caribbean slum. African streets with the passports and American gun. From where they massacre people and try to keep it quiet and spend the next 25 years trying to deny it. I'm from where they cut your hands off if you make a fist. And niggas throw coca cause the job market doesn't exist. Except slave labor, modern day company store. And peacekeepers don't ever come here no more. From where the bombs that they used to drop on Vietnam still has children born deformed 8 months before they gone. I'm from where they lost the true meaning of the Quran. Cause heroin is not compatible with Islam. And they grow that poppy seed anyway. Cause that food drop parachute does not come every day. I'm from where people pray to the gods of their conquerors. And practically every president's a money launderer. From where the only place democracy's acceptable is if America's candidate is electable. And they might even have a black president, but he's useless cause he does not control the economy, stupid. Lock and load your gun where I'm from, the third world. Son to many places, but I'm third world born. Gorillas hit and run where I'm from, the third world, son. You polluted everything and now the third world's gone. The water's poison where I'm from, the third world, son. 700 children died by the end of the soul. Revolution to come where I'm from, the third world, son. Constant occupation leaves the third world torn. I'm from where the Catholic Church is some racist shit. They help Europe and America rape this bitch. They pray to white Spanish Jesus, whose face is this? But never talk about the black Pope Galatius. I'm from where Soviet weapons still decide elections. Militaries like the mafia, you pay for protection. Catamite sex tours is what the country sells. And rich white businessmen make the best clientele. I'm from where they need to come film Survivor. And they murder Coca-Cola union organizers. I'm from where the justice system está podrido. Fuck government, politics over perico. Rebelde conocido, enterrado vivo. Como otro argentino desaparecido. Cause RICO laws don't apply to the CIA. And motherfuckers make sneakers for a quarter a day. I'm from where they overthrow democratic leaders. Not for the people, but for the Wall Street Journal readers. From where blacks, indigenous peoples, and Asians were once slaves of the Caucasians. And it's amazing how they trained them to be racist against themselves in the place they was raised in. You kept us caged in, destroyed our culture and said that you civilized us. Raped our women and when we were born, you despised us. Gentrified us, agent provocateur dividers. And crucified every revolutionary messiah. So I'ma start a global riot that not even your fake anti-communist dictators can keep quiet. Fuck your charity medicine trying to murder me. The immunizations you gave us were full of mercury. So now I see the third world like the rap game soldier. Nationalize the industry and take it over.
Harlem streets stay flooded in white powder, like those motherfuckers running away from the Twin Towers. Gunshots rock the earth like a meteor shower. Bowling for Columbine fair, giving the media power. Innocence devoured like a chicken spot snack box. Government cocaine cooked into ghetto crack rock. Corrupt cops, false testimony at your arraignment. Check the check, constant struggle to make the payments. Working your whole life wondering where the day went. The subway stays packed like a multicultural slave ship. It's rush hour, 2:30 to 8, non-stopping. And people coming home after corporate sharecropping and fuck flossing. Mothers are trying to feed children, but gentrification is kicking them out of they building. A generation of babies born without health care. Families homeless, thrown the fuck off the welfare.
Homicide, Harlem, blam, what's the problem? Homicide, Harlem, blam, what's the problem? Homicide, Harlem, blam, what's the problem? Homicide, Harlem, blam, what's the problem?
It's like Cambodia, the killing fields uptown. We live in distress and hang the flag upside down. The sound of conservative politicians on television. People in the hood are blind, so they tell us to listen. They vote for us to go to war instantly, but none of their kids serve in the infantry. The odds are stacked against us like a casino. Think about it, most of the army is black and Latino. And if you can't acknowledge the reality of my words, you just another stupid motherfucker out on the curb, trying to escape from the ghetto with your ignorant ways. But you
can't read history at an illiterate stage, and you can't raise a family on minimum wage. Why the fuck you think most of us are locked in a cage? I give to the truth, cause they pride is indigent. You better off rich and guilty than poor and innocent. But I'm sick of feeling impotent, watching the world burn in the era of apocalypse, waiting my turn. I'm a Harlem and that's concerned with the future, and if you're in my way, it'd be an honor to shoot ya, uproot ya with the evil that grows in my people, making them deceitful, cannibalistic and lethal. But I see through the mentality implanted in us, and I educate my fam about who we should trust.
Homicide, Harlem, blam, what's the problem?
Lord Kenny been smoking Lucy since he was 12. Now he 25, locked up with an L, they call him Triple K. Cause he killed 3 niggas. Another ghetto child got turned into a killer. His pops was a Vietnam veteran on heroin, used like a pawn by these white North Americans. Mama couldn't handle the stress and went crazy. Grandmama had to raise the baby, just a young boy, born to a life of poverty. Hustling, robbery, whatever brung the paper home. Carried the chrome like a blind man, hold a cane. Tattoos all over his chest so you could know his name. But y'all know how the game go. D's kicked in the front door and guess who they came for? A young nigga headed for the pen, could've been, should've been. Never see the hood again.
Behind enemy lines, my niggas are cellmates. Most of the youth never escape the jail fate. Super maximum camps will advance their game plan to keep us in the hands of the man locked up behind enemy lines. My niggas are cellmates. Most of the youth never escape the jail fate. Super maximum camps will advance their game plan to keep us in the hands of the man locked up.
Cuando yo llamo es como tú no me quieres escuchar. No he visto mis hijos, mi mujer, no me mandan retrato, no tengo dinero. Estoy aquí jodido en la cárcel, metido.
You ain't got to be locked up to be in prison. Look how we living, 30,000 niggas a day up in the bing. Standard routine, they put us in a box just like our life on the block.
Behind enemy
You ain't got to be locked up to be in prison. Look how we living, 30,000 niggas a day up in the bing. Standard routine, they put us in a box just like our life on the block.
Behind enemy lines.
The voice of racism, preaching the gospel is devilish. A fake church called the Prophet Muhammad a terrorist. Forgetting God is not religion, but a spiritual bond. And Jesus is the most quoted prophet in the Quran. They bombed innocent people, trying to murder Saddam. When you gave them those chemical weapons to go to war with Iran. This is the information that they hold back from Peter Jennings. Cause Condoleezza Rice is just a new age Sally Hemings. I break it down with critical language and spiritual anguish. The Judas I hang with, the guilt of betraying Christ, who murdered him, stole his religion, and painted him white. Translated in psychologically tainted philosophy, conservative political right-wing ideology, glued together sloppily the blasphemy of a nation. Got my back to the wall cause I'm facing assassination. Guantanamo Bay, federal incarceration. How could this be? The land of the free, home of the brave, indigenous Holocaust, and the home of the slaves. Corporate America, dancing offbeat to the rhythm. You really think this country never sponsored terrorism? Human rights violations, we continue the saga. El-Salvador and the Contras in Nicaragua. And on top of that, you still wanna take me to prison just cause I won't trade humanity for patriotism. It's like MK Ultra controlling your brain, suggestive thinking, causing your perspective to change. They wanna rearrange the whole point of view of the ghetto. The fourth branch of the government want us to settle. A bandana full of glittering generality, fighting for freedom and fighting terror, but what's reality? Read about the history of the place that we live in, and stop letting corporate news tell lies to your children. Flow like the blood of Abraham through the Jews and the Arabs, broken apart like a woman's heart, abused in the marriage, the brink of holy war, bottled up like a miscarriage. Embedded correspondents don't tell the source of the tension, and they refuse to even mention European intervention or the massacres in Jenin. The innocent screams, US manufactured missiles and M16s, weapon contracts and corrupted American dreams. Media censorship blocking out the video screens. A continent of oil kingdoms bought for a bargain. Democracy is just a word when the people are starving. The average citizen made to be blind to the reason. A desert full of genocide where the bodies are freezing, and the world doesn't believe that you're fighting for freedom cause you fucked the Middle East and gave birth to a demon. It's open season with the CIA bugging my crib, trapped in the ghetto region like a Palestinian kid, where nobody gives a fuck whether you die or you live. I'm trying to give the truth, and I know the price is my life, but when I'm gone they'll sing a song about immortal technique, who beheaded the president and the princes and sheiks. You don't give a fuck about us. I can see through your facade like a fallen angel standing in the presence of God. Bitch niggas scared of the truth when it looks at you hard. It's like MK Ultra controlling your brain, suggestive thinking causing your perspective to change. They wanna rearrange the whole point of view in the ghetto. The fourth branch of the government want us to settle. A bandana full of glittering generality, fighting for freedom and fighting terror. But what's reality? Martial law is coming soon to the hood to kill yo, while you hanging your flag out your project window.
So when I told them kids, if you guys are serious about making it out of this ghetto, you gotta focus, you gotta stop blaming white people for your problems, and you've gotta learn how to rap or play basketball or something, nigga. You're trapped. You are trapped. Either do that or sell crack. That's your only options. That's the only way I've ever seen it work. You better get to entertaining these white people, nigga. Get to dancing. Go on out there and be somebody.
Man, you must be out your rabbit ass mind. These goddamn corporate motherfuckers, they think they more gangster than gangster niggas, man. They really is though. Goddamn crackers. These punk ass niggas out here, man. I swear to God, man. I swear to God. Fuck y'all. I done been through the hard times, asking where the good part. Been a soldier in the war, I'm just looking for a new start. Late night, I can't sleep, got problems on my mind. Nightmares still there when I open up my eyes. And I know I ain't perfect, but damn a nigga trying. And damn, this nigga's dying. And Sam got niggas frying. Niggas on death row, cause life had him stressed out. Had him pulling texts out, I'm trying to go the next route. And every time I get out, they pull me back in. But if I react, then it's back to the pen. Shit's designed to keep you walking on eggshells. America, play with your life and say you ain't right. Make you ashamed you ain't white. It's covert racism. Then got the nerve to wonder why the hood got K's with them. Cause you try to play fair, but all y'all bitches cheating. Fuck that, I'ma get rich as easy. Cause I done try to do right. Crackers fucking with my life and my pockets getting tight. I'm fed up, and I'm just trying to play fair. But these niggas don't care. Next time you take a nigga there, wet up, cause I done try to do right. Crackers fucking with my life and my pockets getting tight. I'm fed up, and I'm just trying to play fair. But these niggas don't care. Next time you take a nigga there, wet up. Now if I snap any further, it's gonna be some bloody murder. I'm nice with dirty burner, pop out just like a hernia. Paroled in California, it's modern day slavery. Serve my time but can't get back the number that they gave to me. Born in a police state, helicopters, channel 2, live action news, police chase. Rappers want a deal, I'm looking for a release date. Fuck the law and fuck Capitol Records. I breathe vengeance, nigga I think hate. I spit jaded, taught to drink away the pain, that's why I get faded. Rolling up this bugler, loading up this Ruger. I'ma hold this bullet and put this whole motherfucking gun through ya. If it wasn't for my moms and kids, I would wig, spaz out, postal worker style in this bitch. Cause y'all take my kindness for weakness. You should look me in my eyes, you know I'm real when I speak this. Cause I done try to do right, crackers fucking with my life.
All my people out there, lock and load. This is the place where cops are rushing a building. Paramilitary death squads murder your children. Empty shell of a man, licking shots in the air. Soldiers dying out there, but nobody cares. Prepare for the future, but make note of the past. Don't be condemned to live it again and get blast. Class warfare, kept out of the news. Replaced by corporations, political views. Cause this is where the guns are manufactured and sold. The land that was stolen, stripped of all of its gold. Old timers on a deathbed, speaking of wisdom. Immigrants crucified by conservative Christians. And we all got freedom to die in the street. But the difference is more of us die in a week than they die in a year. I made it clear where I stand when the line is drawn, but now the line is gone and anything goes. The land where the guns don't let anything grow. And was it enough to know about living in hell? You're not built like me, you never lived in a cell. You never gamble with your soul, fuck the ice in your hand, gun in your palm, but you got life in your hand. Young man, just remember that slice in a gram is a bloody game, like throwing mice in a fan. My words flow like the rivers that's west of Iran, the fertile crescent moon with the star in the middle. I reveal the depth of history, scars when I script I gave you the world, and I ain't even charge you a little. The martyr is crippled. The prophets are dead and buried, but the message is simple. And it's not written down in holy books as a riddle. Now we running through the streets, starving on that guerrilla warfare. My people stuck in a guerrilla warfare. Innocent children screaming in tears. You acting like the army, it brought hell here. Military industry having a swell year. Swinging again and lying in heaven. Living off a blank check after 9/11. But I'ma have the truth brought back to the source. Fight for my land with physical force. Speak through music, the subliminal course. I need to check in the clip, fuck a chain in the Porsche.
They told me I would never make it, I would never achieve it. Reality is nourishment, but people don't believe it. I guess it's hard to stomach the truth like a bulimic. It's a dirty game and nobody is willing to clean it. But this is for the paraplegic people dreaming and running. Ladies married to men who don't please them, dreaming. Verbally murderous like David Berkowitz when I'm gunning. Some cowards on the internet didn't think I would sell. Scared to talk shit in person cause they stuck in a shell and couldn't understand the pain of being stuck in a cell. Hell is not a place you go if you're not a Christian. It's the failure of your life's greatest ambition. It's a bad decision to blindly follow any religion. I don't see the difference in between the wrong and the wrong. Soldiers emptying the clips at little kids and their moms are just like a desperate motherfucker strapped to a bomb. Humanity's gone, smoked up in a gravity bong by a Democrat, Republican, Cheech and Chong. Immortal technique, you never heard me preaching a song. I'm not controversial, I'm just speaking the facts. Put your hands in the air like you got the heat to your back and shake your body like a baby born addicted to crack. And since life's a gamble like the craps tables at Vegas, I freestyle my destiny, it's not written in pages. I hate it when they tell us how far we came to be, as if our people's history started with slavery. Painfully I discovered the shit they kept a secret. This is the exodus like the black Jews out of Egypt. I keep it reality based with the music I make. Blow up the truth in your face with the style I run with. Like the Navy missile that shot down Flight 800. I'm like the Africans who came here before Columbus, and from the 1500s until after tomorrow I watch Latin America get raped in the sorrow. You see the Spaniards never left después de Colón. And if you don't believe me, you can click on Univision. I never seen so much racism in all of my life. Every program and newscast, all of them white. It's like apartheid with 10% ruling the rest. That type of stress will make me put the fucking tool in your chest. Step in my way, and I wouldn't wanna be ya. I burn slow like pissing drunk with gonorrhea. I'll do a free show in North Korea, burning the flag, while J. Edgar Hoover politicians dress trying to confuse you, making it hard to follow this. Capitalism and democracy are not synonymous. You swallow propaganda like a birth control pill, selling your soul to the eye on the back of the dollar bill. But that is
invasion and rampant monetary inflation that brought us all to the footsteps of this nation. Peruvians, Haitians, Ecuadorians, Nicaraguans, Colombians, Salvadorians. They call us terrorists after they ruined our countries. Funding right-wing paramilitary monkeys, torture the populace, then blame the communists. Your lies are too obvious, propaganda monotonous, and that's not socialist mythology. This is urban warfare through the streets of your psychology. So I'm like the legs of a paraplegic, really, cause I'm still part of you, even if you can't feel me. You can never debate me. The M4's at your baby like troops with gats in Iraq do daily. So you can marginalize the way you portray me, but don't get Hollywood and try to play me. We can shoot it out in the theater like troops in the 80s. New Jack City, classic crack era Mac Millie. Shouting BET is not black owned on Rap City. You got a contract to kill me, motherfucker, that's fine, cause there's a contract to kill your family when I die. So when your car explodes, don't be surprised. Soldier, I'm like Marine Corps C4. Even blow the spot with the beat, rocking a 3-4. Canvas the flow like the ghost of Michelangelo. This is the anthem, immortal technique and Green Lantern. Don't say shit, bitch. You don't want the check to become a chick. You know what I'm sick with. Lyrical tuberculosis, cocaine overdoses, blood coming out your noses. That's when death approaches. March to my death smiling, laugh if the end's violent. There's no escape from this political asylum. Revolutionaries don't fear execution, cause the death of my visible constitution is just the beginning of spiritual evolution.
Let freedom ring with a buckshot, but not just yet. First we need to truly understand the nature of the threat, and a pale man walks in the threshold of darkness. Roughly 20,000 years ago, the first humans evolved with the phenotypical trait, genetic recessive, blue eyes, blonde hair, and white skin. Albinism apparently was a sin to the original man, African, so the mutants traveled north of the equator. Go Europeans later, the first race haters. So here's the devil's alpha to the beta. Cause history's best qualified to teach one. Quoting German philosopher Schopenhauer, every white man is a faded or a bleached one. Migration created further mutation, genetic drifts, evolution through recombination, adaptation to the climate. As the Caucasus mountain man reverted to that of a primate, savage Neanderthals until the late Paleolithic age. That's when the black Grimaldi man came with the symbol of the dragon, fire and art. Check cave paintings in France and Spain to the Venus of Willendorf. Around 2000 BC, southern Russians migrating small units. Those who traveled west populated Europe. Those who went east settled in Iran, known as Aryans. 1500 BC, some crossed the Khyber Pass into India and created Hinduism, the first caste system, the origins of racism. A white dot on the forehead meant to leap. The black dot defeat, untrustable, untouchables. They wrote the Holy Vedas in Sanskrit. That's the language that created Greek, German, Latin, and English. Now the Minoans around 2000 BC starts on the island of Crete in the Aegean Sea. The Greek culture begins Western civilization, but Western civilization means white domination. Mycenaeans learned from command called Egypt and Greek. It existed since at least 3000 BC, creating geometry and astronomy. This knowledge influenced Plato, Socrates, and Hippocrates. Cause Imhotep, the real father of medicine, was worshipped in Greece and Rome in the form of a black African. The word Africa comes from the Greek Afrik, meaning without code. The word philosophy means love of knowledge, stole from the first man. Greek power expand. Alexander the Great conquers all the way to India, leaving 4 successive states. By the 5th century BC, Rome succeeds to be the conqueror of Egypt and Greece, but had the threat of the Black Phoenicians in Sicily. The Punic Wars began 264 BC. The black general Hannibal and Carthaginian peace. In 146 BC, Carthage fell after a 6-month siege. Rome sold every citizen in slavery, the first genocide of history. With 6,000 slaves was nailed on a cross. Oh shit, Jesus Christ, time for some act right. Christians, get your facts right. Cause Christ was not his name, that's Greek for one who was anointed. Yahshua ben Yosef was his name. Do Christians know this? So who do you praise? Do you know his name? Or do you do this in vain? Accepting the religion they gave slaves to behave. Peep the description of historian Josephus. Short, dark, with an underdeveloped beard was Jesus. He had the Romans fearing revolution. The solution was to take him to court and falsely accuse him. After being murdered by Pilate, how can it be these same white Romans established Christianity? Constantine would later see the cross in a dream. In his vision, it read, "In Hawk, Signal Wonka, and this side we conquer, manifest destiny." In 325, he convened the Nicene Creed and separated God into 3. Decided Jesus was born on December 25th and raising on the 3rd day is a myth, plus to deceive us. Commissioned Michelangelo to paint white pictures of Jesus. He used his aunt, uncle, and nephew. Subconsciously, that affects you. It makes you put white people closer to God.
Yo, the man got game like a motherfucker.
True indeed, fuck it, jihad. In the 8th century, Muslims conquered Spain, Portugal, and France and controlled it for 700 years. They never mention this in history class, cause old faiths are threatened when you get the real lesson. Moors from Baghdad, Turkey threaten European Christians, meaning the white way of life. Hence the crusades for Christ. On November 25th, 1491, Santiago defeats the last Muslim stronghold, Granada. King Ferdinand gave thanks to God for victory, and the Pope of Rome declared this day to forever be a day of thanksgiving for all European Christians. Now listen, when you celebrate Thanksgiving, what you are actually celebrating is the proclamation of the Pope of Rome, who later in league with Queen Isabella sent Cardinal Ximenes to Spain to murder any blacks that resisted Christianity. These Moors, these black men and women, were from Baghdad, Turkey. And today you eat the turkey for your Thanksgiving Day as the European powers destroy the turkeys who were the forefathers of your mothers and fathers.
Get on the ground.
Now fight the power,
Get on the ground.
bitch ass niggas.
Get down.
Now around this time, whites started calling us Negroes. That's Spanish for black object, meaning we're not really people but property. And the triangle trade begins, they seize us. Queen Elizabeth sent the first slaves on a ship named Jesus. Stealing land from the indigenous natives. Gave them alcohol to keep the red man intoxicated. Whites claim they had to civilize these pagan animals, but up until 1848, there's documented cases of whites being the savage cannibals. Eating Indians. In 1992 was Jeffrey Dahmer. They slaughtered a whole race with guns, drugs, priests, and nuns. 1763, the first demonic tactic of biological warfare. As tokens of peace, Sir Jeffrey Amherst passed out clothing and blankets to the Indian community. Infested with smallpox, knowing they had no immunity. Today it's age, you best believe it's man-made. Cause ain't a damn thing changed. Let me explain. Now, since people of color are genetically dominant and Caucasoids are genetically recessive, if whites expect to be predominant, meaning survive as a race, then they simply must take precautions. That's why they're worried about the future now. Cause by 2050, almost all the Earth's population will be brown and black. So understanding that, whites counter-react.
I'm saying, man, the fools ain't nothing but a teaspoon of milk in the world color majority.
So they created a system to force blacks into an unnatural position that reinforces the position of natural inferiority. In addition, created guns and developed the ethnocentric view that God justifies every fucking thing they do. Condition people to perceive whites' culture as civilized and every other culture considered primitive. Not true. Racism is the system of racial subjugation against non-whites in every areas of human relation. Entertainment, education, labor, politics, law, religion, sex, war, and economics. See, blacks were 3/5 of a man with tax purposes intended. You think you're Afro-American, you're a 14th Amendment and a good nigga. Jews don't salute the fucking swastika, but niggas pledge allegiance to the flag that accosted you. They never teach about the breaker islands like Jamaica, but before slaves came here, whites would take a pregnant woman, hang her from a tree by her toes, slice her stomach with a knife and let the unborn baby fall to the floor. They stop an unborn child in front of all the slaves to end breed fear so they be scared, behave, and not rebel more. Understand that regardless of the lofty ideas engraved on paper in such documents as the Constitution or Declaration, the basic nature of the European American white man remains virtually unchanged. So check. This is the nature of the threat.
We've arrived from every corner of the planet to this nation to seek the fulfillment of the promise of America. We were promised a better life in our home countries, where we were told that privatizing water and electricity would make things run more efficiently. Instead, the quality remained almost the same, and the price was increased until it became an unaffordable luxury. Some corporations are more efficient than government, but their motivation is not the health or well-being of the people. It's only about profit. Everything else, their image, their human resources, their public relations only exist to protect the reality behind it. Once upon a time, we were told that nationalization would prevent growth by limiting competition, that our countries were nothing without the companies that invested in us. And so they privatized everything. Everything in our country was owned by people that had no connection to our culture, by those who never had our interest at heart. They didn't care about our survival or well-being. They just wanted to turn a profit by raping the land, by exploiting our people, our industry, and our resources. They took everything we built and made it theirs. First by creating racism to justify slavery, building the capital for capitalism. And then when they gave us what they called liberty, everything we had was still owned by them. Our governments told us that socialism was the real enemy and that we would have freedom, but the foreign powers and corporations were the ones with the real freedom. The freedom to take all the wealth generated by our work and our land and give us only a small percentage of the scraps from the table. Their lust for power and their greed drove them to betray not only us, but themselves and the word of their own God. And while some used missionaries and donations to offset this abuse, other countries and companies were blatant with their crimes, using war, disease, and sanctions that killed millions. They supported corrupt governments that were almost like the old slave masters in their repression of the people, because their loyalty was to those who enabled them, installed them, and kept them in power. They became the bastard children of American industry, kleptocracies, governments of thievery. They protected the corporations and went to war against their own people to preserve those profits. The puppet rulers were given billions of US tax dollars to fund civil wars, right-wing death squads, execute political dissidents, sympathetic clergy, and even overthrow democratically elected governments. And so the age of revolution began again. They painted it as godless terrorists versus the free world and the free market. But the free market has never been free, because the market does not regulate itself. It is manipulated like a puppet, and it survives because of its image. Destroy the image and the enemy will die. Such is the same in the rap industry, for the major label superpowers treat the underground like the third world
world when they need new assets, new artists to prostitute or sign and put on the shelf to use their songs. When they needed new concepts, music and publishing to steal from producers, they came to the underground, to the third world. They took our culture, our property and our industry and our resources, even using our own people to help them exploit us. But behind the mask of efficiency they claim that we need to succeed, they're no better than us. Their economic advertisement was always a lie. A few got rich, but most were given an illusion of wealth, almost as if it was designed for failure. Opportunity comes at the price of the soul in the music. So remember what they are underneath the fancy architecture, glitter and rented jewelry, the cars, the IMF loans, the seeds with suicide genes, 20-year contracts and oil blood money. Build your defenses, my independent brothers and sisters. They'll stop at nothing to get what they want. They paint the third world underground as savage and backward, but the superpowers are no less corrupt. They've just learned to disguise it better, cause they fix elections too. They embezzle tax money, they go to war for resources, they fund terrorism for their own benefit. And when there's enough at stake, history's taught us that they'll even assassinate their own presidents.
I throw a Molotov cocktail at the precinct, you know how we think. Organize the hood under our Ching banners, red, black, and green instead of gang bandanas. FBI spying on us through the radio antennas, and I'm hitting cameras in the street like watching society, with no respect for the people's right to privacy. I take a slug for the cause like Huey P, while all you fake niggas try to copy Master P. I wanna be free to live, able to have what I need to live. Bring the power back to the street where the people live. We sick of working for crumbs and filling up the prisons, dying over money and relying on religion for help. We do for self like ants in a colony. Organize the wealth into a socialist economy, a way of life based off the common needs. And all my comrades is ready, we just spreading the seed. The average black male live a third of his life in a jail cell, cause the world is controlled by the white male. And the people don't never get justice, and the women don't never get respected, and the problems don't never get solved, and the jobs don't never pay enough. So the rent always be late. Can you relate? We living in a
no more bondage, no more political monsters, no more secret space launches. Government departments started it in the projects, material objects, thousands up in the closets. Could have been invested in the future for my comrades. Battle contacts, primitive weapons out in combat. Many never come back, pretty niggas be running with gas. Rather get shot in they back than fire back. We tired of that, corporations hiring blacks, denying the facts, exploiting us all over the map. That's why I write the shit I write in my raps. It's documented, I'm in it. Every day of the week, I live in it, breathe in it. It's more than just fucking believing it. I'm holding in ones, rolling up my sleeves and shit. It's CeeLo for push-ups now, many headed for one conclusion. Niggas ain't ready for revolution.
The average black male live a third of his life in a jail cell, cause the world is controlled by the white male, and the people don't never get.
You can't fool all the people all of the time, but if you fool the right ones, then the rest will fall behind. Tell me who's got control of your mind, your worldview. Is it the news or the movie you taking your girl to? Know what I'm saying? Cause Uncle Sam got a plan. If you examine what they telling us, then you will understand what they planting in the seeds of the next generation. Feeding our children miseducation. No one knows if there's UFOs or any life on Mars, or what they doing when they up in the stars. Because I don't believe a word of what the president said. He filling our head with lies, got us hypnotized when he be speaking in cold words about crime and poverty.
If God made man, then why the hell would he put us here? I thought he's supposed to be the all-loving, the same God who let Hitler put the Jews in the ovens. We don't fall for the regular shit. They try to feed us all this half-ass leadership, flipping position. They turn politician and shut the hell up and follow tradition. Boy, your TV screen is telling lies to your vision. Every channel got some brainwashed cop shit to watch, running up in niggas' cribs claiming that they earn shots. It's a plot, but busted, can you tell me who's greedier? The big corporations, the pigs or the media. Sign of the times, terrorism on the rise. Commercial airplanes falling out the skies like flies. Make me wonder what secrets went down with Ron Brown, who burned the churches to the ground with no evidence found. It's not coincidence, it's been too many steady incidents. It could have been the Klan who put that bomb at the Olympics, but it probably was the FBI. Deep at the core, cause if they make us all panic, they can start martial law. I don't believe Bob Marley died from cancer. 31 years ago I would have been a panther. They killed Huey cause they knew he had the answer. The views that you see in the news is propaganda. I don't
promote this, sat back and wrote this rhyme about the hopeless, added to your quote list. Don't miss the African rise before your eyes. It won't be televised, and if it is, they probably telling lies to hold us back. It don't take a nation of millions, it take crack. And black folks selling the black. That's the game all over the world. We the same all over the world. We the same motherfuckers.
Hey yo, I cultivate the soil of the mind like a farmer. I make it evident heaven's a slave man's karma. The charmer of the serpent, embalmer of the merchant who were once exiled savages in caves lurking. A black house divided won't stand, religion's mental prison. Life is mathematics, devils conquer with division. The black man's the numerator, black woman denominator. Once they've been divided, the black child is the remainder.
Who said street niggas ain't got no class? This whole society divided by class. The rich crackers is the ruling class. The rich niggas is the middle class. And you and I make up the working class. Every man falls somewhere within his own certain class. And from the way things is looking done, we certain the class. Scattered people, we all the same.
Yo, Puerto Ricans is poor people, they Africans too. So is Jamaica, and I ain't saying nothing that's new. And yo, the Mexican land got pyramids like Egypt. Same tree, same root, son, you best believe it.
The ghetto is a prison with invisible bars. Politicians know the problems, but they never get solved. They got us working like slaves at these capitalist jobs, putting food on their tables while our neighborhood starve.
Word. I know y'all feel a certain climate. What we deal with is cultural refinement. We raise the dead before the vultures find it. I raise an ultraviolet. We on a kosher diet. I'm marching with the people's army, son, to multiply it.
Sad street niggas ain't got no class. This whole society divided by class. The rich crackers is the ruling class. The rich niggas is the middle class. And you and I make up the working class.
Takeover, not a makeover. Yeah. The cops stop you just because you black, that's war. Run you through the system for your prints, that's war. When they call my hood a drug zone, that's war. Slumlord charging you for rent, that's war. Why they so rich and we poor, that's war. If you young and black, you sell crack, that's war. The White House is the rock house, that's war. George Bush coming out his mouth, that's war. Chilling on the corner with your gang, that's war. Popo do the same damn thing, that's war. When they murdered Amadou Diallo, that's war. Marching in the streets is a strategy of war. Knowing self-defense is a strategy of war. Soldiers try to link with other soldiers in the war. Revolutionaries got to know the art of war. War, what about hip-hop? Use that. Matter of fact, fuck a rap battle. What about a gat battle? Let's take it to the beast and see which cat tattle. Is it Kiss versus Beans or P versus Hove? What about y'all real niggas against the 5-0? This is M1 DPs, don't you forget. Cause you can talk, but that don't mean shit. I ain't gotta pop your top to see where your brains went. This rap shit is way bigger than entertainment. It's the people versus the pigs when it all go down. It's not Pac versus Big, it's who's getting the power. And power ain't money, dog, it's self-determination. Like taking hot and making it the real people station, that's war. Nah, I mean, yeah, rap war, whatever war, you live a fast life.
Free like the corn that jumps up out of the ground. Free like the rivers in Africa. Free like the mind of a child. Free to live and grow. Free to be. I would like to know how it feels.
I used to run with a crew that was militant, preparing for war. We studied strategies with diligence. The revolution was our real intent. We had to put our theory to work so we could find out what it really meant. Then I was sent to Chicago, Illinois, the place where the most Black Panthers were destroyed. You either lock down, push dope, or unemployed. Hearing shots late at night keep the people paranoid. In the heart of the South Side, countless died gangsters. Peace to the Vice Lords and peace Stone Rangers, MCs and GDs, peace to all bangers, carrying guns and keeping hearts full of anger. From the outside you could be deceived. It's all pretty when you travel the streets. Projects be small cities where the beast at the gate change guard at each hour. The older generation sing songs of Black Power, and me, well, I was waiting for none and Chairman Mao so I could change the situation I'm living in right now. Listen close to my people who could really show me how to organize with my niggas and put the system on trial. But the streets kept calling my name, you know the song. Even though I'm a soldier and took my oath to stay strong, life goes on. Some things take too long. Sometimes you don't recognize what you got until it's gone.
Yo, my crew smoke weed and we very philosophical. Don't believe in heaven cause it doesn't seem logical or possible. My mind see beyond deadly obstacles. Real niggas live their lives any way possible. My crew smoke weed and we very philosophical. Don't believe in heaven cause it doesn't seem logical or possible. My mind see beyond deadly obstacles. I wanna be free, but is our freedom really possible? Who can you trust when you up against against the whole world. So many times I wish I would've listened to my old girl. I used to be wild, breaking into shit, stealing, picking fights with niggas, doing whatever was appealing. My pops ain't never talked to me to figure out my feelings. He was too busy yelling at my mom's, grabbing on her arms. I used to bond with my niggas instead, lick her straight to the head until my eyes got communist red. The way I feel I should've been dead. This young black male life, it's like putting a slug through your friend's head. You wouldn't ever catch me glorifying. This shit is horrifying. New York Times said even more. Yo, my crew smoke weed and we very philosophical. Don't believe in heaven cause it doesn't seem logical or possible. My mind see beyond daily obstacles. Real niggas live their lives any way possible. Yo, my crew smoke weed and we very philosophical. Don't believe in heaven cause it doesn't seem logical or possible. My mind see beyond daily obstacles. I wanna be free, but is our freedom really possible? Freedom.
I can't take this shit no more. I can't take it.
This is for my folk who's never lived like a hog. Me and you, toe to toe, I got love for the underdog. I raise this glass for the ones who die meaninglessly, and the newborns who get fed intravenously. Somebody's mama caught a job and a welfare frog cakes. When she breathes, she swear it feel like plastic wrap around her face. Lights turned off, and this the third month the rent is late. Thoughts of being homeless, crying till you hyperventilate. Despair permeates the air and sets in your head. The kids play with that one toy they learned how to share. Coming home don't ever seem to be a celebration. Bills stay piled up on the coffee table like they decoration. Heaping spoons of peanut butter, big ass glass of water make the hunger subside. Save the real food for your daughter. You feel like swinging haymakers at a moving truck. You feel like laughing so it seems like you don't give a fuck. You feel like getting so high you'll smoke the whole damn crop. You feel like crying but you think that you might never stop. Homes with no heat stiffing your joint like arthritis. If this was fiction, it'd be easier to write this. Some folks try to front like they so above you. They tear this motherfucker up if they really loved you. And so with this is for my folks who's never lived like a hog. Me and you, toe to toe, I got love for the underdog. There's certain tricks of the trade to try to halt your defeat, like taking Tupperware to an all-you-can-eat, returning used shit for new, saying you lost your receipt, and writing 4-figure checks when your accounts deplete. Then all your problems pile up about a mile up, thinking about a partner you could dial up to help you out this foul stuff. Whole family sleeping on the futon while you clipping coupons, eating salad trying to get full off the croutons. Cross town the situation is identical, somebody getting strangled by the system and its tentacles. Misconceptions raise questions to be solved. Lot of D-boys is broke, lot of homeless got jobs. You could make 8 bones an hour till you pass out and still be ass out. Most pyramid schemes don't let you cash out. They say this generation make the harmony break, but crime rise consistent with the poverty rate. You take the workers from jobs, you gon' have murders and mobs. A gang of preachers screaming sermons over murmurs and sobs, saying pray for a change from the Lord above you. They tear this motherfucker up if they really loved you. And so with this is for my focus who got bills to do. This is for my focus check 1, 2. This is for my focus never lived like a hog. Me and you, toe to toe, I got love for the underdog. This is for my focus who got bills overdue. This is for my focus check 1, 2. This is for my focus never lived like a hog. Me and you, toe to toe, I got love for the underdog. You like this song cause it's relatable, it's you in the rhyme. We go to stores that only let us in 2 at a time. We live in places where it costs to get your check cashed. Arguments about money usually drown out the tech blast. Work 6 days a week, can't sleep Saturdays though. Muscle trembling like a pager when the battery's low. And you just don't know where the years went, although every long shift feel like a year spent. And you could write your resume, but it wouldn't even mention all the life lessons learned during 6 years of detention, or how you learned the police was just some handicappers on the ground next to broken glass and candy wrappers. Now don't accept my collects on the phone, just hit me at the house so I know I ain't alone. And we could chop it up about this messed up system. Homies that's been killed, how we always gon' miss them. It's almost impossible surviving on this fraction. Sip a 40 to the brain for the chemical reaction. You gotta hustle cause they trying to push and shove you. I tear this motherfucker up since I really love you. And so this is for my focus.
That Compton life.
It's like wise.
What would you expecting? We both checking knots, bucking shots. The east side's no joke. So take a breather if you're neither a G or a low. And you can catch me in traffic, dipping on gold ones under short skirts like a Catholic. But some of y'all need to grow up. Set tripping when I pass by saying, what the niggas throw up? When they know where I'm from, I confuse them. Don't play dumb, remember he a moves every day. So I say don't get it twisted. I'm talking about your capo chap if you missed it. But we only want peace. The real question is who down to make war with this beast? Then which side should I ride on? Don't class, give your brother a pass. Say I go, but be careful who you hit up. Trying to get a rep or get that young ass lit up. So get up and stand up for this black thing. And y'all brothers who gang bang, try to keep the peace.
Run away, cause I'm back. Get 'em up, split 'em up, hey.
Stop the killing from the west to the east. All I hope that's resting in peace. Yeah, I know you wanna be a hog and love doing dirt. Just you and your road dog on a who ride, you glide. Throwing up your sign, this is Eastside BG's jumping with the 9. On your own kind for a strike, but let them be white, then you pass by the ass wipe. Last night, one time, came through the hood bustin'. 5-0 is the ones I ain't trustin'. Us in the ghetto got it bad already, but always wanna go to war over something petty. Steady putting work in on another Asiatic. A semi-automatic, causing crazy static among brothers of the same flesh and bone. Just say the wrong word and it's on. A family feud, but this ain't no game show. We just both got tricked by the same hoe. Oh, but now you ain't down for no mission on a crooked cop or a prejudiced politician who you know can't stand your guts. So stay home till you grow some nuts and just keep the peace.
Run away, cause I'm back. Get 'em up, split 'em up, hey.
Stop the killing from the west to the east. All I hope that's resting in peace. Now they say it's on with the essays, right? But I know Chicano pride, so let's raise. Better days in jail, so I'm quiet. Trying not to get stuck in a race riot. I can't buy it when I hear that's the enemy. Cause I'm knowing deep down they some kin to me. Still I got to defend mine. Between love and hate, it's a thin line. So I take it with a grain of salt. Cause I'm really not knowing who to blame or fault. For this tension, I mention the skunk. Yaku's KB, the blue-eyed punk. Playing both sides against each other. Now that's the real mother. You gotta join on to your own. The question is, can we keep it all in the family? Stop letting outside people in your circle and take away everything that you work for. Show love for yourself if you're willing to stop the killer. We can stop the killing and you can keep the peace.
We fighting the wrong enemy. That's why I'm getting involved. It's just like the end of that movie Saw, when them 2 chained up guys met with their demise and the mastermind was laying there the whole time. Remember that? That's why we have to sit down and speak about the black and the brown. Now I didn't come here to point no fingers. I know over the years that the pain still lingers over past confrontations. Shit, we all on parole and probation and fucked up situations, and everybody lose. From the pen to the neighborhoods, now it's even in the high schools. Cause I was watching K-Count News when the students squared off and one kid wouldn't choose sides. Hit with a hammer and the kid died. And now it's a full-blown riot. That's when the fists start flying. These kids ain't learning shit about math and science, man. Tension is so thick, summer coming around. I don't wanna see no more of us up under the ground. So now, that's why we need to sit down and talk about the black and the brown. 80% of inmates are black and Hispanic. They trying to wipe us all off the face of this planet. Damn it. That's why we need to sit down and talk about the black and the brown. Yo, I got the homie Jose from way back in the day. He came to scoop me up in his all-white 6 tray. And he don't really fuck with nobody outside of the set. It's tatted big on his neck, you know? So over the years, built respect and trust. So black and brown issues we both discuss. He said, Holmes, it's been going down too long. I gotta bang on them fools and it don't feel wrong. They killed my cousin over 88 bricks. So the word came down, we gotta handle that shit. Kill all my yates and white t-shirts. I gotta tell the truth, Holmes, the truth does hurt. But first, I remind him of what vengeance do, what vengeance is, and who vengeance belongs to. He wasn't trying to hear that shit. He just turned up the volume, banging 50 Cent. Tension is so thick, summer coming around. I don't wanna see no more of us up under the ground. So now, that's why we need to sit down and talk about the black and the brown. 80% of inmates are black and Hispanic. They trying to wipe us all off the face of this planet. Damn it. That's why we need to sit down and talk about the black and the brown. I got soldiers from both sides who really don't care, who identify themselves by the colors they wear. The homie came through to put one in the air. I could tell something was wrong the way he sat in his chair. He said, X, man, I'm just getting out from doing 88 months trying to figure things out. He told me in the pen, you get down to get done, cause the brown and black ratio is 5-to-1. He showed me the scar on his gut and his neck. They got him good, said he damn near bled to death. The hate was so deep I could see in his eyes when he described what it feels like to almost die. All I could do is just sit back and listen about how we about to send soldiers on missions. I got hit with a bottle, but I'm not dead. I said, think with your heart, homie, not your head. I said, tension is so thick, summer coming around. I don't wanna see no more of us up under the ground. So now, that's why we need to sit down and talk about the black and the brown. 80% of inmates are black and Hispanic. They trying to wipe us all off the face of this planet.
Whoever said life was beautiful lied, this shit is hell. I seen too many funerals, too many of my niggas locked in cells. Nobody ever put me on life was like this. I'm 20 years old and my whole life's a crisis, no way out. And I mean that when I say that, running around from place to place like a stray cat that don't own nothing, no home, nothing. I'm grown up with nothing to show for all my hustling, still struggling. And the job is a joke, they ain't hiring. The only free ride I get is one with a siren. So what other choice do I have? I got niggas on the app pushing slabs that'll break me off a portion of half, so I can stand on my own too, be able to have what I need, so I can do what I want to. I wish I would've had a career, cause through the years my mother stressed, taking care of self, but I ain't here, I was caught up, sipping on court, smoking the Newport short, in and out of court without a single thought. But these days I'm about to low, whether I make a record or serve dope, I refuse to keep being broke, cause times is getting rough about a second. As long as I come up, who give a fuck about the method? It's a killer be killed kind of a theory that's in me, so when I die, believe I'm taking somebody with me. If I'm wrong, then I'd rather be wrong than right. 45 caliber chrome and it's on tonight, nigga. That's how I'm living low life, running licks, taking big risks, trying to get my motherfucking flow right. Cause without loot, it's useless. My life as a youth was fruitless. That's why nowadays I'm ruthless. Plus, I got a lady in my life that one day just may be my wife if I could deal with this crazy strife. I put love in the air to show that I care for, let her know I'll always be there for her. But right now, the type of life I live, can't afford no wife or kid. I gotta fight for my right to live. So I cock my hat low, snatching up pocketbooks and flow. Cause I'm a thug and that's all I know. Whatever it take to make the steps, I'm ready to take the step. Whoever got pace better break they self.
Let's go, fellas. Shout time's up in 5 minutes.
I don't know what we have.
Yo soy de del mundo entero. This is home. Bullshit, yo son, let me get a ¿De dónde? That's it. 5 more minutes and that's it. Back to work, fellas. Back to work. A mí me llaman Puerto Rico, baby.
Yo, little Khadija pops is locked. She wanna pop the lock, but prison ain't nothing but a private stock. And she be dreaming about his day to release. She hate the police, but loved by her grandma who hugs and kisses her. Her father's a political prisoner, free Fred, son of a panther that the government shot dead back in 12/4/1969. 4 o'clock in the morning, it's terrible, but it's fine, cause Fred Hampton Jr. looks just like him, walks just like him, talks just like him, and it might be frightening the feds and the snitches to see him organize the gang, brothers and sisters, so he had to be framed, yo. You know how the game go, 18 years because the 5-0 said so. They said he set a fire to an Arab store, but he ignited the minds of the young, black, and poor. Behind enemy lines, my niggas is cellmates. Most of the youths never escape the jail fate. Super maximum camps will advance their game plan to keep us in the hands of the man locked up.
Collect call from Ness. Yo, shit is crazy, boo. Yo, I miss you. Yo, once, can you put some money in my account?
Somebody talk shit to me in LA, I never lived, cause brown rolls deeper than red or blue ever did. I got bullets that'll rip through your ribs, more painful than watching R. Kelly did when you're sick. Here's the ultimatum, motherfucker, give me the ass cap, or give America Biggie and Tupac flashbacks. Some niggas don't think the underground underground is grimy and dirty, till they find your body on a fucking highway in Jersey. I fire rockets at generic topics. Your lyrics don't hold weight like two-dimensional objects, cause jail culture didn't give you that fitted hat to memorize a ghost-written shit verse and spit it back. I won't let your whack rhymes redefine lyricism for a whole generation with their fathers in prison. You live inside the image of an era that's gone, like government officials trying to justify Vietnam. I leave niggas traumatized like they mama died and they was responsible for the drive-by homicide. And I don't walk it, revolution, I live it. What you think cause you fake, everyone else is a gimmick. Jealous, bickering, industry slaves, the nerve of you. Like a child prostitute, born into a life of servitude until we murder you, making a red carpet burgundy. The psycho realm in the streets where I prefer to be. Hollywood drive-by, motherfucking murder fest. Weed clouds in the air that cause turbulence. Revolution, motherfucker, you heard of it. I like to spliff with the flag while I'm burning it. Hollywood drive-by, spraying the cucaracha. I'm out this motherfucker. I'm out of jail and I'm never going back again. Never selling heroin, never selling crack again. Don't work for the government, coke packaging. Don't fire indiscriminate with the Mac again. My people are stuck behind glass like a mannequin. They pretend to give a fuck just like the Vatican. Second chance, faith-based, two-faced Samaritans. Every time we come back they I'm out of jail and I'm never going back again. Never selling heroin, never selling crack again. I'm out of jail and I'm never going back again. I'm out this motherfucker. I'm out of jail and I'm never going back again. Never selling heroin, never selling crack again. Don't work for the government, coke packaging. Don't fire indiscriminate with the Mac again. My people are stuck behind glass like a mannequin. They pretend to give a fuck just like the Vatican. Second chance, faith-based, two-faced Samaritans. Every time we come back they keep on cashing in. Prison labor, third world sweatshop comparisons, till we kidnap the whole fucking garrison. Yeah, poverty makes people do reckless things, but corporations do worse to protect they bling. Prisons are more overcrowded than the rap game. They say you're more likely to go to jail with a black name. Freakonomics that I speak to ebonics or fuck phonics. Little niggas hooked on chronic. But if you on stage with the DEA as your hype man, don't get yourself locked up and blame the white man. We transform gangs and criminal enterprises, using OGs as advisors before they send us to war after they divide us. But I won't let them use us like Teddy Roosevelt's Rough Riders. My movement's like a jujitsu kata. I graduated out of prison, so fuck my alma mater, nigga.
Yeah, what's up, yo? Yo, you know what? I just got my papers.
You're fucking lying.
Yo, I'm coming home to you. I'll see you in like a day and a half. Yeah, I'm dead serious, baby. I'm coming home. Put the little blue thing on for me, alright?
I'm on parole and I'll never be alone again. Fuck this place, baby, I'm coming home again. Shorty wrapped around me so I never be cold again. Never have to night and I'm out for the phone again. Prison ain't the place that you find your rite of passage into slavery with nasty food in your abdomen. Middle passage, bottom of the ship, how they pack them in. Perpetrators on some fake shit, sweeter than saccharin. Jailhouse snitches without corroborating evidence. Selling niggas out for Judah P. Benjamins, but now I'm free. Hit the block, eating Entenmann's. Betty Hanna in and out. Florida enter in, newspaper penciling, trying to pay the rent again. Ex-con job interview, nobody answering. Feeling violent from the frustration I got pent up in, but not trying to go back to the place I was sent up in. Turn my own life around, fuck the establishment. Listening to hip hop like where the fuck the talent went? How the fuck did you replace lyrics with your swaggering? I'ma fix that, rhyming on with the magnum. I roll up in a caravan full of North Africans. My squad got more soldier niggas than the Saracens. Just watch when the terrorists attack again. Their reaction's gonna be drafted and send us back again. I'm on parole and I'll never be alone again. Fuck this place, baby, I'm coming home again. Shorty wrapped around me so I never be cold again. Never have to knock a nigga out for the phone again. Prison ain't the place that you find your rite of passage into slavery with nasty food in your abdomen. Middle passage, bottom of the ship, how they pack them in. Perpetrators on some fake shit, sweeter than saccharin. I'm on parole.
Wake up!
Listen, baby, maybe I've been busy chasing money a long, long time. Yep. And I ain't making time, I've been way behind. Let me go drop you a few lines. I know you wonder why I get nervous when you bring your Nerf gun outside. Cause police see a little brown boy with a gun toy that's on sight. Yep. Hoodie down, cause when you hoodie up, you get followed all the way home. Wow. Music down, cause when your music up, you get shot down. And I know you only 8 years old, but still, devil got no chill. Ayanna Jones only 7 when the police busted in and got her killed. Pay attention, son. Daddy passing on lessons just to keep keep you safe in the skin you in. Anything could be a weapon. They feel threatened by your sight. So when you old enough and you drive, keep your wallet in, registration in, your insurance card in plain sight. Don't dig in pockets or compartments or they will fire on you so fast. Whether a comb, a phone, a candy bar, they see a gun when it's in your hand. They assume you shoplifting in stores, so they gon' follow you for it. Or you probably getting ignored, cause the lady think you can't afford it. They pull purses by their feet, call police, cross the street. Just stay cordial and don't trip, but if they flex, boy, by all means.
Yes.
But just be you, and you'll be fine. You just gotta run harder than a head starter. Damn, I'm glad you mine. And like, why would I wanna be like them? Why would I wanna be like them? So why would I wanna be like them? Why would I wanna be like them? Yo, listen baby, maybe I've been busy chasing money long time, and I ain't making time, I've been way behind. Sum it up in one line, screaming fuck a cop, 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 fuck a cop. Fuck a cop, 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 fuck a cop. For every victim I be saying fuck a cop, 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 fuck a cop. For every name we saying fuck a cop, 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 fuck a cop. We ain't gon' get tired screaming fuck a cop, 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 fuck a cop.
Man, you hear this bull, this shit they be talking every day, man. It's like these motherfucking officers just like professional liars, you know what I'm saying? It's wild. Listen, Bin Laden didn't blow up the projects. It was your nigga. Tell the truth, nigga. Bush knocked down the towers. Tell the truth, nigga. Bush knocked down the towers. Tell the truth, nigga. Bin Laden didn't blow up the projects. It was your nigga. Tell the truth, nigga. Bush knocked down the towers. Tell the truth, nigga. Bush knocked down the towers.
I pledge no allegiance of the president's speeches. I'm baptized by America and covered in leeches. The dirty water that bleaches your soul and your facial features, drowning you in propaganda that they spit through the speakers. And if you speak about the evil that the government does, the Patriot Act attract you to the type of your blood. They try to frame you and say you was trying to sell drugs and throw a federal indictment on again to show you love. This shit is run by fake Christians, fake politicians. Look at their mansions and look at the conditions you live in. All they talk about is terrorism on television. They tell you to listen, but they don't really tell you their mission. They funded Al-Qaeda and now they blame the Muslim religion. Even though Bin Laden was a CIA tactician, they gave him billions of dollars and they funded his purpose. Fahrenheit 9/11, that's just scratching the surface.
Bin Laden didn't blow up the projects. It was your niggas. Tell the truth, nigga. Bush knocked down the towers. Tell the truth, nigga. Bush knocked down the towers. Like Bin Laden didn't blow up the projects. It was your niggas. Tell the truth, nigga. Bush knocked down the towers. Tell the truth, nigga. Bush knocked down the towers.
They say the rebels in Iraq still fight for Saddam, but that's bullshit. I'll show you why it's totally wrong. Cause if another country invaded the hood tonight, it'd be warfare through Harlem and Washington Heights. I wouldn't be fighting for Bush or white America's dream. I'd be fighting for my people's survival and self-esteem. I wouldn't fight for racist churches from the South, my nugget. I'd be fighting to keep the occupation out, my nugget. You ever clock someone who talk this shit or look at you wrong? Imagine if they shot at you and was raping your moms. And of course Saddam Hussein had chemical weapons. We sold them that ish after Ronald Reagan's election. Mercenary contractors fighting a new era. Corporate military banking off the war on terror. They controlling the ghetto with the fear of attack, trying to distract the fact that they engineering the crack. So I'm strapped like Lee Malvo holding a sniper rifle. These bullets will touch your kids, and I don't mean like Michael. Your body be sent to the morgue, stripped down and recycled. I fire on houses that support you and like you, cause innocent people get murdered in the struggle daily, and poor people never get ish and struggle daily. This ain't no alien conspiracy theory, this shit's real, written on a dollar underneath the Masonic seal. Harlem once was red line district rated, designated ghetto like the Yellow Star of David. And you wonder why people don't own their homes? Cause the racist bank wouldn't fucking mortgage a loan. Harlem once was red line district rated, designated ghetto like the Yellow Star of David. And you wonder why people don't own their homes? Cause the racist bank wouldn't fucking mortgage a loan. Harlem once was red line district rated, designated ghetto like the Yellow Star of David. And you wonder why people don't own their homes? Cause the racist bank wouldn't fucking mortgage alone until after the invasion of gentrification, eminent domain intimidation. That's not negotiation, and it's frustrating to look at every day, like watching a porno on 56K. Biohazard labs instead of storerooms. What's next, motherfucker? Projects and dorm rooms. You ain't fool nobody in this community, dude. With your little fake Manhattanville community group. Ivy League real estate firms are corrupt. I lay siege to your castle like the Moors in Europe. They treat street vendors like criminal riffraff, while politicians get the corporate kickbacks. Harlem Renaissance, a revolution betrayed. Modern day slaves thinking that the ghetto is saved, so they start deporting people off the property, ethnically cleansing the hood. Economically, they wanna kill the real Harlem Renaissance, trying to put the Virgin Mary through her early menopause. The savior is a metaphor for how we set it off. Guerrilla war against the rezoning predators. When I speak about Harlem, I speak to the world. The little Afghan boy and the Bosnian girl, the African of Sudan, the people of Kurdistan, the third world American, indigenous man, Palestinians, Washington Heights Dominicans, displaced New Orleans citizens, beachfront Brazilian favelas that you living in. The hood is prime real estate, they want back in again. I didn't write this to talk shit, I say it because some of y'all forgot what the Harlem Renaissance was. We had revolution, music, and artisans, but the movement was still fucked up like Parkinson's. Cause while we were giving birth to the culture we love, prejudice kept our own people out of the club. Only colored celebrities in the party, and left us a legacy of false superiority. W.E.B. Du Bois versus Marcus Garvey, and we ended up selling out to everybody. The Dutch Schultzes and the John Gottis, banksters, modern day gangsters, the Mobilati. They wanna move us all out the NYC, like they did to the Jews with the Alhambra decree. So support your own businesses and do the knowledge, cause the real Harlem Renaissance is economic. Harlem Renaissance, a revolution betrayed. Modern day slaves thinking that the ghetto is safe, till they start deporting people off the property, ethnically cleansing the hood economically.
One time just busted you, and they 4 deep too. They seen all these caps and t-shirts and them gold things underneath the skirts, but the law ain't been broken. Wait, I see 3 white cops and 1 token. Oh, so that explains it, no doubt. Uncle Tom pointed us out, but I ain't trying to get jacked. They give me static, I'm giving the shit back, cause I ain't did nothing wrong, and this LA drama been going on too long, so it's on if they touch me. Matter of fact, they better Starsky and Hutch me, cause fool, I ain't waiting, I'm 5,000. So much for gold Dayton's, I hit a side street and circled twice. Shook 'em like hot dice, parked the toy in the driveway, cause the same thing happened last Friday. I tried to tell you they was devils once before, but y'all don't hear me though. Damn, this baby paging me 911. Who is that? This badass white girl. Oh, nigga, you went out like a straight Boy Scout. What you talking about, fool? This girl a straight freak. Yeah, she probably have your ass at the clinic every week, asking the doctor, have you ever seen this? With a long wire Q-tip stuck up your penis, waiting for the test results to come back from upstairs while you say your prayers and ask yourself, was it really worth it? Before Casanova crossed over, everything was perfect, but you wasn't satisfied with the sisters, so now you got blisters. Trick or treat, oh nigga, you can eat a dick, or vice versa. That's how you treat a trick nigga like you who ain't learned. That hitting pale skins will get you burned. Man, y'all better let them white hoes go, but y'all don't hear me though. Cam, I got a migraine. What you eat? Just some pork chops and pig feet and a couple of strips of bacon. What? And my head just started aching. I hate to say I told you so, but I told you. You couldn't take it from a soldier. Cam got the ham broken down to a science. So keep it out your appliance. Cat plus rat plus dog equals hog. Poison ass animal, people need to ban them all. Nigga, I've been eating pork all my life and I'm cool. Fool, you don't know what you missed. Listen, that's the reason why you get sick so quick. And spend a straight grip with Dr. Tom Slick, so we can fill your prescription for your asthma, your headaches, and your hypertension. When all you gotta do is stop eating the swine, and everything'll be fine. Black folk better leave that poke at the stove, but y'all don't hear me though. Damn, my nigga got stretched. He's down for the KO for moving that yayo, and now they asking him to snitch. I hate to say it, but the nigga dug his own ditch, so now he's caught in a catch-22. Damned if he don't and fucked if he do. Looking at 15 with an L, scared he'll never touch down, so what the hell? He starts singing like a bird. Federal detectives recording every word, putting niggas in a twist, stepping on toes. How long will he last? God only knows. Falling out of control, got him put in a hole, so now it's on like that. Look at where my niggas at. It ain't like he didn't know, cause I damn sure told him, he just ain't hear me though.